What's grabbin', guys? It's Captain Faceroll here. Today, we're going over the top 5 noob habits in Smash, but outside of the game. Keep in mind, these habits don't define you as a player, nor are we saying that you all are noobs. But these specific habits can and will prevent you from improving as a player. Therefore, it's important to be aware of them so we can work on fixing them. After all, we've all been there. With that in mind, let's get started with number 5. Putting value into techniques that are useless. Aw man, I got the sickest edge cancel wave shine turnaround bear earlier today. I totally missed the edge guard afterwards, but you should have seen it, dude. It was so lit. We all have that one technique that is flashy and fun to perform, but ultimately probably useless. Putting time into things like this instead of the more important fundamentals of the game will hinder your improvement for sure. This is only number 5 on the list because there are some flashy techniques that are actually pretty useful. Looking at you, practical tasks. But usually, you're better off using your time to grind spacing or throw follow-ups. Number 4, not socializing. A big reason why going to events is good is because you can meet new people. You're able to find new practice partners, people to carpool with, or even rivals in the scene. It's a lot harder to get good at Melee without having these connections available to you. But even besides that, events are a lot more fun when you have people to hang out with, or people to go and get food with after the tournament. Most Smashers are friendly people. Don't be afraid to talk about yourself and life if you're on a rotation with a couple of people. More likely than not, you'll be met with people who are interested in talking. And if they aren't, you'll find someone else who is. Number 3, and it's a big one, raging. If you've ever thrown a controller, yelled expletives, made an apologetic Facebook post, or been featured in a GR Smash compilation, this is about you. It's certainly normal to feel frustrated and disappointed with your play after a loss, but it is not acceptable to have outbursts in a public space. It makes you look bad and everyone in the area uncomfortable. I understand that you most likely don't enjoy raging, and it's a very serious issue to overcome, but you should be taking real steps to combat it. This is a huge noob habit and definitely hinders your experience. Even if just for the fact that people don't want to invite you over to fests because you're the one salty guy that makes everyone uncomfortable after you lose on the rotation. Don't be that person. It might be more difficult for some people to combat it than others, but it's still your responsibility to make improvements. Number 2, not respecting quote-unquote lame strategies. Alright, we get it. You are very mad. You drove all the way to CSU just to play against this lame-ass Sheik. You lost all 8 stocks to wobbling. The Fox literally only went to backthrow shine you, and the Puff timed you out via ledge camping. In the end though, especially in tournament, you are participating in a competition. The end goal of competition is to win. As long as something is within the rule set, regardless of how you feel about it, it's a legitimate strategy and you have to learn to respect it. You can say it's lame all you want, but you're still losing. This doesn't mean you have to fall in love with chain grabbing or anything, but it does mean you have to understand it. When you categorize something as lame, you're no longer thinking of it as a legitimate strategy. It's simply something that you need to avoid and complain about rather than something you need to overcome. You can still think things are lame, but you have to respect it and learn how to beat it. Alright, now we have number 1. This is number 1 because every Smasher of every skill level has done it and will do it in the future. That's right, it's Johning. This is the biggest one. For those of you that don't quite already know, well,
a lot of people don't know where the term came from, it just started, but I believe it was a guy in Texas, his name was John, and no matter what, every time he'd lose, he'd have an excuse, he'd have a reason for losing.
Let's face it, we all do it, whether it be openly after a match, via Twitter, to our friends in a Facebook group chat, or simply internally. But no, your loss is always because of your controller, or character matchup, or because the guy behind you is talking about your favorite anime and is totally wrong. No, it's not any of those things. The reason you lost is because of you. There is always an answer to everything in this game. What separates top players from the rest is that even if they do John about a certain strategy or playstyle, they learn how to defeat it rather than hope they can avoid it. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, be sure to subscribe to False Swipe Gaming on YouTube for more fun Smash and Pokemon related content. Also, be sure to follow me, Captain Faceroll, on Twitter at SSBM_Faceroll. I hope this video grabbed your hearts, and have a wonderful day.